and Starbucks. The calculation includes three things: modest housing, basic health care, and bare minimum child care if both parents work. That's it. There's no luxuries, there's no extras. Now, the second comment I can see people say is, well, not everyone wants to have kids. And that's true. But the original poverty formula was not created for singles. It was created for a household. In the 1960s, every poverty threshold assumed a family structure. And childcare back then was covered by a parent that stayed at home because they did not need a second income. Today, that role costs anywhere between $10,000 to $15,000 a year, conservatively. So if we're sticking to the original logic, childcare has to be included, which is also probably why people are choosing to have kids a lot later than ever before. Now, the third thing I can see people say is, well, just move somewhere cheaper.
If you're a young person and you can't afford to live here, then maybe you should not live here. I mean, that is a real thing. Yeah, I know that we've now grown up in a society that says that you deserve to live where you grew up, but the reality is that the history of America is almost literally the opposite of that. The history of America is you go to a place where there is opportunity.
Now, here's reality. Even the cheapest states in the country now have a housing to income ratio that is historically very high. There's a national shortage of affordable housing. So moving across the country is not going to magically fix the whole economic system where the price of shelter has grown faster than income for decades. Now, another thing I can see people say is, well, healthcare shouldn't be included. That inflates the number. But in the 1960s, healthcare was only about 5% of a family's budget. Today, between premiums and deductibles and out-of-pocket costs, it can take up to 15 to 20% of your income. And it's not an optional thing. You have to have healthcare. If the original formula included the biggest essential expenses of its time, then the modern calculation has to do the same. Another thing people might say is, the $140,000 number is inflated by big coastal cities. But this calculation actually uses national medians, not New York or San Francisco. If you used only major cities like that, the poverty line would be way higher. And maybe the biggest objection I could see is, well, you're just changing the definition to push a specific narrative. But this is literally the government's original poverty formula that they use today. It's the same logic. It is the same math.